Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Gaur Premanande Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parirajakara Stotra Sutta Srimad Divine Grace Abhay Charanavinde Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parirajakara Stotra Sutta Srimad Divine Grace Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Gaur Premanande All blessed assembled devotees All glories assembled devotees, all glories Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Dile Nastaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Utamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishnaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 89. Chapter entitled Krishna and Arjuna retrieve a son, Brahmana's sons. Text 34 to 35, 36, 37, 38. So, 34 to 37 will recite. Evam Vrishabhahito Vipra Evam Vrishabhato Vipra Phalgunena Parantapam Jagamasvagraham Patirprithaha Partha Vidyam Nimanshayam Evam Vrishabhato Vipra Phalgunena Parantapa Jagamasvagraham Pirtaham Atavaryam Nirmashayam Evam Vishabhato Vipra Phalgunena Parantapa Jagamasvagraham Pristhaha Partavaryam Nishamgnam Evam Vishabhaito Vipra Phalgunena Parantapa Jagamasvagrasnam Pirtaha Parthaveryam Nishamayam. Please chant. Evam Vishamrito Vipra Phalgunena Parantapa Jagamasvagraham Pirtaha Parthaveryam Vishnamyam. Evam Vishamrito Vipra Phalgunena Parantapa Jagamasvagraham Vipra Parthaviryam Nishamyam. Evam Vishamrito Vipra Phalgunena Parantapa Jagamasvagrahanam Partha Parthaviryam Nishamyam. Evam Vishamrito Vipra Phalgunena Parantapa Pargamagraham Vipra Parthavirya Nishamam. Thank you very much. Word meaning. Evam thus Vishamrutha given faith. Vipra the Brahmana. Phalgunena by Arjuna. Param of enemies. Tapa or tormentor of Parikshit Maharaj. Jagama he went. Swa to his own. Graham house. Taha satisfied. Partha O son of Partha. Vijayam of powers. Nishamiyan. Hearing. Translation and purport by disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Thus convinced by Arjuna, O tormentor of enemies, the Brahmana went to home, satisfied by having heard Arjuna's declaration of his powers. Text 35. When the wife of elevated Brahmana was again about to give birth, he went to Arjuna in great anxiety and begged him, please, please protect my child from death. Text 36. After touching pure water, offering obeisances to the Lord Maheshwara, and recollecting the mantras for celestial weapons, Arjuna strung his bow Gandiva. Purport. The Acharyas point out that since Brahmana had disrespected Lord Krishna, Arjuna tactfully offered his obeisances instead to Lord Shiva, who had taught Arjuna how to use mantras of Pashupata weapon. Text 37. Arjuna fenced in the house where the birth was taking place by shooting the arrow attached to the various missiles. Thus, the son of Pritha constructed a protective cage of arrows covering the house upward, downwards, and sideways. Okay, there's no purport for this. होमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनां शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा गदामायं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणि निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणि जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Hare Krishna everyone. So this context here, as we discussed in the last class, Arjuna took a vow saying that if I don't protect your child, I will enter the fire. And we see that consequences of taking the vow without maturity. Arjuna, when he took a vow and Brahmana asked question, how do I trust you? Because he said that neither Shankarshana, Vasudeva, Pradyumna, and son of Krishna, Aniruddha, they couldn't protect my child. How should I trust you? In reply to the question, in reply to the question Brahmana asked to Arjuna, so Brahmana says, answer, I am neither Shankarshana nor Vasudeva. O son of Brahmana, I am not even Krishna or Krishna's son. Rather, I am Arjuna, Gandhi Baba, who holds. So, when he tells this word, Brahmana gets trust and faith and assurance. Then he gets confident in Arjuna. Because when you say something with reference to the previous incident, whatever it happened, When you give that person that I am not that, I was not part of that program, or I was not part of the project, or I was not doing that, I know in and out of this task or work, you trust me, I will do it. When you say some words like this, then it's naturally that people will put trust on him, faith on him. So, why Arjuna had said that? Because he had name called, or sorry, he has received a gift or a boon from Lord Shiva. That is Pashupata Astra, which is given by Lord Shiva. When Lord Shiva he came in disguised way, incognito way, when Pandavas were in the forest, and Arjuna had happened to encounter this person. He dressed as a tribal and he fought with Lord Shiva. So Arjuna fought with that tribal, and tribal lost the match, and he opened himself and he uncovered himself, saying that I am Lord Shiva. Since you defeated me, I am very pleased by your action, by your activity. Since I am pleased, I wanted to give you a gift, this Pashupatra weapon. Just like we have each one missile's name, like atomic bomb, the fat boy, whatever. That those days also, those are all powerful weapons. It is a Pashupata Astra weapon. One has to get qualified to use that weapon. It is not that if you get somewhere or if you find that Pashupata Astra and you can use it. No, you cannot use it. There has to be specific mantras should be chanted to release that arrow. If you don't know the mantra of that arrow, it is just like a useless, less like a useless, what you say, grass. It is not useful. To receive mantra, we need to please that person who is giving. To please that person, you need to render service, devotional service. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita, Tadvidi pranipatena pradipasrena sevaya upadeshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. So when you go to the spiritual master or a guru, we have to Tadvidi pranipatena pariprasrena sevaya. You have to inquire from him what is absolute truth. Inquire from him what is the goal of life. And after asking Sevaya, Pariprashrena Sevaya, it is both. You have to inquire and you have to render service under him. Then the knowledge, whatever he has given, that will act. Otherwise, it is just like a book knowledge. What do you mean by book knowledge? You just read the book and you don't see any transformation. But when you discuss with the spiritual master and he will inquire, because in the book it is written whatever the story or context it is, but book will not tell you in the critical situation what to do. Just like if you are facing any challenge or if you are facing any trouble, you open a book, it will just tell you the basic thing, but it will not tell you how to act in that situation. How do we tell that? How do we know that? Then that's why books are needed to go to spiritual master, inquire from him, ask from him, and books are needed when to sharp your intelligence, to uncover your consciousness, because it will give you the knowledge. And at the same time, here in this context, so when Arjuna asked, he think that when he totally convinced power of Arjuna, the Brahmana said, having satisfied by heard from Arjuna, he declared of his powers. He went to his wife, and the wife was giving again birth to a new child, and he was asking, please protect my child from death. And what he did, he did achaman, or he touched the water to do achaman and offer obeisances to the Lord Maheshwara, and recollecting the mantras for celestial weapon for stringing his bow, which is Pashupata Astra. And then with his arrow, he made a fence around the house of the Brahmana, which is totally protected by Arjuna's weapon. And it is protected from upwards, downwards, sideways. 360 degrees house was protected by the Arjuna's weapon. So we understand that Arjuna was a great warrior, Partha, and also he is Parantapa, he gives the chastiser of enemy. What happens next? Everybody is waiting for the anxiety. Everybody is saying, okay, will the child will be protected or no? That's why when if you are doing something auspicious thing, here first thing is that Arjuna, before he put the string and the arrow, like a bow and the string of the arrow, he chanted the mantras and recollected the mantra. That's why whenever you do something, you should take the name, chant the holy name of the Lord. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, before starting any work, if you take the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name, whatever it is, however it is, and whatever difficulty it is, it will become easy. And at the same time, if one does the activity without chanting the holy name of the Lord or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu name, however it may be easy, it will become difficult. So we are hearing this, you know, he's touched the water and offer obeisances to Lord Maheshwara. Because water is such a thing, it is purifies. That's why when we wake up in the morning, we take shower. Or if we sleep more than 3 hours or 2 hours, like 3 to 4 hours or 2 hours also, you take shower. And it is said that you know actually in a Vedic culture one has to take 3 times shower. And in the culture where we are in, that there is no shower. You just take you just take brush your teeth and go to office. But in the Vedic culture times, a person has to take 3 times shower. Of course, when he uses toilet, at the time he should take shower. Because water is such a thing, it purifies your body and your consciousness. When the body and consciousness is purified, then you can do chant or do anything which with clear vision or with a clear consciousness. That's why as a brahmanas, when somebody takes a second initiation, brahmanas, if he keeps his hand in any 9 holes of the body, he have to take immediately achaman. He has to wash his hands. That is most important thing, because as a brahmana, cleanliness is next to the godliness. If he keeps here his no in finger in nose or eyes, ears, you have to make immediately achaman or water. Purify your hands, wash your hands, because as a brahmana he will be doing the Gayatri mantra, he will be doing the deity worship, he will be doing so many other things which are connected to the deities and paraphernalia. Like whenever we are doing any kind of activity, it is not too good to keep your finger in the ears and do like this and keep no no, that is not good habit at all. In generally speaking, that is not good habit. If you are talking to somebody, you keep your hand and nose, finger in nose, and pick your something in the teeth and do grilling in the ears. Is it a good sign? It's not cleanliness. That's why wash your hands. That's why it should be cleanliness. When we are clean, um, of course, we need to clean our body organs. There is a time like when we take shower. That's why we should clean ears, eyes, all the nine holes of the body. Then we will do whatever cleaning, whatever do we activity that has a, clear consciousness and with a clear intention that we'll do. Because in the Hari Bhakti Vilas, it says that how much time you should take shower. It says minimum 2 hours. If you read Hari Bhakti Vilas, it says minimum 2 hours you have to be in shower to cleanse everything. But in the Kali Yuga, that is not possible. If you stay minimum 2 hours in the shower, then what you gonna do? Correct. So what is practical? Srila Prabhupada has given that is there is a shower. Cleanliness is next to godliness. What is practical? And do the minimum thing. Whether just like cutting the nails and clipping ourselves cleanse and wearing clean clothes, doing job that is clean. There was a one disciple in the during Bhakti Siddhant Maharaj time. He used to take shower at least 10 times in a day. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj asked one time, where is that devotee is not to be seen in Bhagavatam class? Somebody told he is taking shower. So this Yuga Dharma is chanting the holy name, not taking shower. Minimum he used to take 10 times. He used to keep clean himself all the times he used to do showering, take shower, take shower. So that is fanatic. So when has to act according to the time, place, circumstances, then the cleanliness comes out. So why I'm saying this? The touching the water is so pure. Even the when you chant the mantras in the water is has such a thing that it will purify. This was it's not a something out of sentiment. It's practical in the Vedas, in the scriptures. It is said, and also there was a scientist in China. He did an experiment with the water. He took a water in a two different bowls. In the water, he played some music and he kept it aside. In some water, he played. He talked. He spoke some words and kept it aside. And in the same water, in the other water, he spoke some abusive language and he kept it aside. And in the another water, he chanted some mantras. He kept it aside. And in the same water, he did what you called classical music, and he did aside. Before he took a reading, like in the microscope, high telescope microscope, what is the molecules acting in the water. And when he did an experiment, in each bowl he find different molecules are being changed. He saw something which is a rock music band which is so much noise that molecules were so different and so disturbed. And whereas he saw that when the water which chanted the mantras and they're so pure and so they're so organized, and the mantra and the water which he uses the abusive language or that is also too disturbed. And when the water which is used by the classical music which is very smoothing, not hot rock, then it is not disturbed. So he did the experiment with the water in different bowls. Then he find out that even when you chant the mantras in the water, like we are, we do before any doing, Om Keshavaya Namah, Om Narayana Namah, because we are chanting the mantras, that sound vibration touches the water, it acts. That's why when you see, of course, there will be some sages that if they want to curse somebody, they put the water and they chant mantras, and may you become a dog, or may you become a rat, or may you become a demon. Why do you think it is acting? Because the mantra and the words that he is speaking, it is acting on the water. When that water is sprinkled on the other person, that person will change. All the sages, when you see in the Srimad Bhagavatam scriptures, like Durvasa Muni cursing, he's not just cursing, he first before cursing he has always a kamandalu, what you call water pot. He just put water and he curses. So that's why when we get a paraphernalia from water, from altar, that way we put a sprinkle on a head, it creates auspicious. So, and also mantras. When you chant some mantras, it has effect on your mind and body. At the same time, when you that's why we should chant the mantras, and we should speak good things, and we should act in good way. Because when you are angry, it is said that your body becomes poison. And also it is true, when it has happened in many, like a few years ago, a mother has a child, due to husband wife quarreling, fighting, the mother became so angry on husband, they were fighted, they were started fighting, and used abusive language. And after that, mother fed her baby her milk, breast milk, and child died. And they found out that, there's a poison in the milk. How can be there poison in the mother's breast? This was true, because when you are become angry, then naturally your body becomes poison. That's what krodho bhavati sammoha sammoha smriti vibrama smriti vibrama buddhinasha pranashati. In the Bhagavad Gita, why it is said, it is practical. When you become anger, you lose krodha bhavati sammoha sammoha smriti vibrama, intelligence become polluted. When intelligence become polluted, you do things that which are not good for yourself, not good for others. So when you understand this, that's why mantras are very very important. There are mantras which are very very not only useful, which are very very auspicious, and there are mantras which are inauspicious, especially black magic. Why do you think black magic has power? Because they do certain kind of austerity to chant that mantras to have a powerful effect on the other person. That's why when the people who are doing black magic, they do in the night time, not in the daytime. Of course, there are people who do in the daytime also, maybe in the afternoon, because to have effect on mantras, such and such time they should chant with such and such meter, so that effect going to happen. Similarly, they refer to the person that they want to affect. Imagine those people who are doing black magic, if they chant mantras and normal people get affected, then what about the holy name? Hare Krishna mantra. When we chant, we should also have effect of Krishna prema. So coming back to the session lesson, so Arjuna chanted the mantra celestial weapon. That's why I'm saying this is that even though that weapon is given to you, it is not being useful. Just like it's not like a normal like that nowadays. If you have a nuclear bomb, what you call it, formula, you can create and you can release. You can make one nuclear bomb. But in those times, nuclear bomb was not like that. A person has to be qualified, just like Ashwadhama. Ashwadhama, when he releases Brahmastra, he know how to release it and he don't know how to withdraw it. It's like at having a nuclear weapon in the terrorist hand. They know what to do with that, but they don't know why you should use for that. Thus, this weapon, when Ashwadhama released, he only knows one mantra because he was qualified. But Arjuna, whereas he's totally 100% qualified, he know how to release it and he know how to withdraw it. But whereas in nuclear weapon, they don't know how to withdraw it. If they released on one country, and they just know how to destroy it in the air, when it touches ground, before it touches ground on few seconds, they cannot destroy it. When it is in the air, of course they have a advanced missile system that can destroy, but that cannot withdraw it. But this is where, ancient scriptures has a beauty. It can release, and it can not only destroy a country or state, it can destroy the universes. Release of one Brahmastra, it can destroy universes, not only the state, country, or earth. It can destroy universe, and at the same time it can destroy a baby which is in the womb of mother. Parikshit Maharaj, when Brahmastra was released by Ashwadhama, he aimed at Parikshit Maharaj only, not to his mother, not to the five Pandavas. That is the beauty. That is the greatness of that weapon. It only kills the child in the womb. It will not even affect mother also. Do we have that kind of advanced system here? No. So to receive that, we have qualification. See, Arjuna was 100% qualified to receive that weapon. So that's why when chanting the mantras, using things as a in a day-to-day life, we have to be very, very careful and consciousness. So after fencing the home of Brahmanas from top, bottom, sidewards, upwards, and he thinks that he will protect the bear, what you call the baby of the Brahmanas, and then we will see what will happen. So since it is a sudden class, I was not prepared totally. So whatever I read, whatever I heard, I spoke. Any questions, comment? Uh,
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for this class. And there were some concepts that one concept that you talked about of Ashwatthama having nuclear weapon is like terrorist having nuclear weapon. And at that time, Krishna protected Parikshit Maharaj. And I was reading one article in this world also, like there are different power centers, like institute people like are puppets, but there are puppeteers, so uh, and a lot of people who control these things, they don't are not even in coming in news channels, like people, very few people know about them, and they have power to cause war because it makes money. War makes money. So to bring stability, like in this modern world, what is practical solution? Because they can cause war and so many people can die.
There are two answers for this. One is this world is Dukhalayam Ashashvatam. You know, there may be a some thing or the other that will causes you in miserable situation, anxiety, problems. That's why this material world is a place of misery. When Krishna comes in this material world, there were always demons attacking Gokul, Vrindavan. Even person who has created this world, he also faced the same thing. Correct? Of course, that's a pastime. Of course, there are the leaders. Kamsa was the leader. Kamsa was a king, and he caused a problem. And second thing is that Srila Prabhupada in the Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada also says that's why society has divided into four classes: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudras. The Brahmana is supposed to lead the society or train the Kshatriyas. Those times where Brahmanas have appointed a ministers for the king, so that Brahmanas they study the scripture and they will advise the king what to do and what not to do. Here in the present, what is happening is that selfishness. I want to be the controller. I want to be the ruler. And I want to something which is happening. The only practical solution is that more preaching. As we do more preaching, the leaders in the society will accept this and they will have change in the heart and they will not think, okay, will we destroy? Why do you think Hiranyakashipu or Hiranyaksha try to control the world? What is the thing? Everybody wants to be a controller, correct? If there is nobody, for example, there is nobody in the temple, no deities, no nothing. Just for example, think this building is an empty. You want to be a controller because there is nobody to play, correct? If there are so many people, you want to be a controller or you want to be this thing. Because you want that is a tendency where it is coming from. We want to be a controller, we want to be ownership. That desires which we had, that's why we are in the material world. Where in the spiritual world only Krishna is a controller, only Krishna is a proprietor, only Krishna is an enjoyer. The tendency to enjoy sense gratification, the tendency to control, that's why we are put in this material world. You have given a chance where you act according whatever your desires are, then you will have a reactions. So people in this world, that's why yajyad acharisi shrestha, with people in the great people, they have to align the scriptures, then only they can able to do. Of course, if they know what is right and what is wrong, still people do wrong. Why? Because there is nobody to tell them. Even we, every criminal or every person who is doing wrong, they 100% know that is wrong, but still they do it because the strong condition. It's not that they don't know that they are doing wrong, because they are strong condition. To come out of condition, we have to take shelter of unconditioned Krishna, Guru, Shastra, and devotees. Then they come out of conditions. Of course, we have to pray for ourselves, we have to pray for the devotees, we have to pray for everybody as a practitioner, because when we pray for everybody, in everybody we will be also included. That's why we have to be very conscious and think that no matter how much ever you make try to adjust things in this world, it is not going to adjust, correct? So many people, Mahatma Gandhi, everybody, big leaders, they have tried to change this world. Did they do? Of course, something, but not 100%. Even person who has fought for Ahimsa, Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, he himself shot dead by his own countrymen. Correct? That's the reason. So we have to think that practically, that spread the mission, spread the Krishna consciousness, and think that at the same time, material world is dukkhalayam. If everybody is changed, everybody is consciousness same, this world becomes Vaikuntha. Correct? I hope this gives you some clarity. Shivananda. Okay. Lochan Prabhu.
Thank you for the class, Prabhu. Thank you for giving that example of the water and purifying and contaminating the water. Is it the same way? Because I when I'm up on the altar, saying the mantra, and but I never knew, how exactly the water is being purified or it's purifying me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the mantra that's purifying the water.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that the same way like when we are taking a shower? Like if you chant the holy name, the water becomes purified.
Yeah, that's exactly. See, the water, for example, if you have a achaman cup, you have to do some mudras. Water is getting purified there. There is in the sheet there is a mudras. Okay, when you are taking a shower, if you chant the holy name, or if you chant the Ganges water like Gangecha, Yamunecha, Godavari, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, Sahajala, Siddhim, Kuru. If you just chant these mantras, Gangecha, Yamunecha, Godavari, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, Jalesmin, Siddhim, Kuru, that means you are as equal as taking the bath in these Ganges. Like Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri. That's why olden days when you are taking a shower, you have to chant the holy name and Ganges name. It is not practical for everybody to take a shower in or take a bath in the Ganges. We are living far, and This is the thing that this is a very what you call uh, this is a very auspicious, or this is very great opportunity, golden opportunity for everybody. Even one person chants name of Ganga, the mind gets purified. These, it is not my speculation. If you read Ganga, this in the scripture, water Ganga itself, chanting Ganga, Yamuna, Godavari, those, if you chant those water names, Ganges name, you'll get purified. It is said in the scripture. And when you take, while taking shower, if you chant those names, your consciousness get purified. That's why even taking shower, not just like taking a shower in swimming pool, chant the holy name of Ganges. So that will cleanse your consciousness, that will cleanse your body, and that will get rid of our sins. Because everybody is not persons who are there, even persons who are residing near Ganges, they don't take shower every day. They said that okay, it is there, we will take later, and they think the tap water is okay for that. But when you take tap water or shower, you chant this mantra: Gange cha imne cha Godavari chaiva Narmada Sindhu Kaveri Saha Jalesmin Siddhim Kuru. If you chant these mantras, then you are taking shower in those all Ganges. All right. All right. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, शिल प्रभुपाद की, गौर प्रेमानंद।